Donald Trump is the new owner of Raw. Wow, what a blockbuster! We start the show off with Christian one-on-one with D.H. Smith of the Hart Dynasty. And I thought this was a good matchup. Then he hit Big Show with an RKO, 1, 2, 3, and Orton's the new WWE champion. What's up, YouTube? Classic 1333 coming to you here, talking to you right now. The Macho Man talking to you right now. Let's rock. If you've never heard Wrestlemania The Album, like a rap CD back from like 1993, check it out. It's a hilarious CD. Like the Macho Man has a song on there and he's like, I'm the Macho Man Randy Savage doing the thing in the ring. You know, it's a hilarious CD.
Wherever you go, I will be with you. I will always be with you. Yeah, the moon, the stars, Venus, Pluto, Saturn. Yeah, looking down and covering all bases. Dig it.
American blood in my veins and I fight.
I got the vibe from the tribe, so let me be brief. I'm the warrior Indian chief, but first you need to know a little something. You'll be safe for bungee jumping from an
Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect. I'm perfect.
Yeah, it's funny. You should check it out. It'll just make you laugh. So I really don't have like anything particular to really talk about. I'm gonna do a bunch of like random stuff. I'm gonna apologize for like lack of, you know, videos or tons of videos or stuff that I used to do, but I've been real busy with college. I'm taking like medical, surgical nursing, also known as adult healthcare is like the big, what they want to call it, but it's still med-surg. You know, the textbook says med-surg, so I still call it med-surg. So I'm taking that class, and I'm taking, I got my textbook right here, maternal nursing. I can't even say the freaking word. It's OB. It's basically a class with pregnant women and newborns, so yeah. Now this class, it's not like the most difficult class in the world, but it's kind of awkward because I'm like the only guy in the class. Like, I mean, there's a couple other guys, like, you know, that are taking the class, but as far as, like, my lab clinical goes, like, when I work in the hospital, I'm the only guy in my class, so, like, last week we were talking about breastfeeding, so, like, kind of uncomfortable, you know, just me being the only guy, but I'll make it, so. I think I've decided if I do something with nursing, I'm going to do something with, you know, adults or something. I really don't know what I'm going to major in, but it's going to be, like, adult-related, so. No offense to kids or anything, but I think I would just do better with adults, you know. So I'm an adult, so I am, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Just my opinion on that, so. Excuse me. So I just wrote down some random stuff to talk about. The first thing I'll talk about is, I don't know if you guys know Pro Wrestling and You. They might be watching this video. They did a video recently about, like, if you could form, like, a... You know, you're kind of like a dream stable, or if, you know, you could put a stable together of guys that, you know, guys that are currently wrestling today or something. I'm not really sure what their, like, you know, rules were about or anything, but I thought about like who I would put together. My theme for this stable, it's kind of like a gang mentality type stable. I'm gonna put LAX together. You know, Homicide or Hernandez. They would be like my tag team. You know, they could do singles, but you know, obviously they've been a tag team for a long time. So, I think I would make the leader Samoa Joe, and basically for that, because you know, obviously besides him being a former TNA World Champion, you know, really good wrestler. You know, he's a younger guy that, you know, you see him in the business for, you know, years to come, basically. And, you know, pretty good all-around wrestler. And basically he, you know, has like, you know, a I'm going to kill you attitude. And it's kind of like what LAX has. They have like when they were together, they had like a thug attitude or something, you know, do whatever it takes to get ahead, blah, blah, blah. So it's kind of what Joe has at the moment, too, with the Main Event Mafia. Not as much as when he first started in TNA, but they're trying to kind of go back to that somewhat, but I don't know. And then my fourth guy I would have in this stable would be Tajiri, like ECW's Tajiri. So, you know, deadliest kicks in the world, blah, blah, blah. So, Tajiri would be like my enforcer guy, I guess. You know, if like you were going to feud with, if a guy was going to feud with a stable, you know, Tajiri would have to be the first guy that, you know, to try to knock off or something, and it wouldn't be easy. So, big Tajiri fan, too. I miss seeing him wrestle. WWE dropped the ball with his talent. So, I mean, they first did, like, you know, when he first came in, they kind of pushed him and whatnot, but I think after, like, when they split up the brands, you know, he got a little bit of time on SmackDown, but I think after they were done pairing up him with, like, Akio and another guy, they really didn't do much with them, so, you know, wasted talent. So, I'm a big Tajiri fan. So, but that's my stable I would form, so I could check that off my list. Santa Claus making a list, checking it twice. And make sure to eat plenty of rice, because it's got iron and folic acid in it. I just had to crack a goofy rhyme. So, next topic. I was going to talk about the Cody Deanor ODB storyline in TNA. Now, I like the Cody Deanor character. You know, when I first saw him, I was like, you know, who the hell's that? You know? But I actually like this character. I think he's pretty funny. You know? Like, I think wrestling does have a place for, like, there's certain comedic characters, like, you know, yeah, WWE has Hornswoggle and Santino, you know, I don't care for those guys, like, I don't know, Santino was kind of funny at first, but it's just old now, so, you know, I think wrestling has a place for comedy, but, like, I don't know, I think they really should just, like, reduce it, so, kind of with this Cody Deanor ODB storyline, they're going to wrestle each other at the No Surrender pay-per-view for, like, the Knockouts title or something. Now, I love the TNA Knockout division a lot. You know, I love, like, you know, all the talent they got. You know, they got Velvet Sky, Daphne, Taylor Wilde. ODB's okay in the ring, too. Roxy's back. Tara, Awesome Kong. You know, I like Alyssa Flash. Sharita's been really awesome lately. You know, Christy Hemi's getting a little bit better. Though I question her... you know, splits leg drop to the stomach being like a finisher, because if nothing else, you should hit him up here, because, you know, this is where the lungs and crap are. So if you hit him right here, you know, that's going to knock the wind out of you. Not, you know, hitting him down here by the stomach with the, you know, where the GI tract's at. You know, that's not really going to mess it up or anything. So that's just my opinion. So, but anyway, the Knockout division's awesome, but I'm not really big on this storyline. I kind of hope, you know, ODB beats Cody and they just kind of keep Cody as, like, you know, her manager, or, you know, maybe just put him, like, in a feud with, like, other wrestlers or something, you know, just kind of keep him out of the whole, like, King of the Knockouts division. I mean, it's funny, but it's, you know, it kind of devalues the Knockouts division and their title, in my opinion. So, I would change that.